Hey everybody, Josh Neighbors here, Locked On Big 12 podcast. Bonus episode here. So I'm a producer at SiriusXM Big 12 Radio. This is a segment we do every single week called Prop the Top Off, where I come up with a bunch of props to the Big 12 conference each and every single week that Gabe Ikard, Chris Plank, Robbie Triano, we all go through them and make our picks. I thought it'd be fun for you guys just to check this out and have an idea of what we do over there at Big 12 Radio. And especially in a week that's this loaded with games, I had a lot of fun with all these props. Hope you guys enjoy it, but this is where this kind of stuff comes from. So just watch, enjoy. Hope you guys like it and also enjoy your football weekend.
Let's go.
All right, boys, I am ready. So last week, here are your standings. Robbie is plus 4 units. Gabe is plus 3 units. Plank, you and I are in third, plus 1 units.
Where did we really get hosed last week? What happened to us?
So we all had TDs minus TOs. We all got Oklahoma State's guys against the West Virginia guys.
Right.
You and I missed on the under 9 Big 12 teams winning. We thought an upset would happen. It did not come.
That's right. Right.
Robbie missed the Serena Williams bet that we had last week. And then there was a push on the South Dakota touchdowns against Adrian Martinez turnovers because there was none of either. Although there was a fumble that Martinez recovered himself. So It was a close call on that one. And then Robbie hit the big one. He got the player with the most fantasy points. That was Bijan Robinson, who had 26 2 performances on the ground and through the air. That's why
well done, Robbie.
Best way to go.
Don't overthink it. Just pick the best player and you'll probably win.
All right. So this week, guys, we start always with TDs minus TOs. So the total number of touchdowns a group of 3 players will have minus their turnovers against the same thing for another group. Oklahoma State's bunch won last week. It is quarterback Spencer Sanders, running back Dominic Richardson, and wide receiver Brennan Presley up against the Kansas State gang of Adrian Martinez, Deuce Vaughn, and Malik Knowles. I tried to find a group that was kind of in the same situation, both home favorites, both kind of in the relatively the same range, playing Power 5 teams. Oklahoma State against Arizona State. Missouri is taking on Kansas State, obviously. So, Gabe, I'll go to you first. TDs minus TOs for the Kansas State guys or the Oklahoma State guys?
This is an interesting one. I think it really is because Deuce Vaughn he's just so dynamic, right? Offensively. And with Knowles, you get a little special teams as well, but you kind of get the same thing with Brendan Presley from Oklahoma State. I'm going to take the guys from Oklahoma State, and I think it's because while Missouri's defense, and Josh, you know this, hasn't just been a stalwart in college football the last couple of years, I do think Spencer Sanders is playing with a lot of confidence right now. A lot of confidence. I think that's going to continue to roll against Arizona State in Stillwater. Give me the Oklahoma State guys.
Robbie Triano, you going OSU too?
I am going the same way with Gabe here. I am going Oklahoma State just because I think Oklahoma State's going to, 1, score a lot more points than Kansas State, and 2, we know what Adrian Martinez does turnover-wise, and he's actually getting faced with a big opponent in his second game at Kansas State. I love Adrian Martinez, but I cannot trust him in this game. I trust Kansas State to win, but I have Oklahoma State's guys doing a lot more on offense.
All right. I'm not going to be very fun here because I'm going the exact same way. Give me Oklahoma State. Josh?
Yeah, I'm the same way too. I'm not sure Arizona State's any good at all. I think it was a relatively easy one. All right, guys.
Chalk.
Next one right here, number 2. 4 Big 12 games this week have a spread that is within 1 score. 6 games this week are within 2 score spreads. So, options here. Over under 3 Big 12 games that end up being 1 score games this week. You've got options though. You can pick under 3 games that are 1 score games, over 3 games that are 1 score games, or at plus 300, you can go exactly 3 games that are 1 score games. So a little extra value if you hit that number dead on. So I will go to you first, Gabe. What do you think? Over, under, or exactly on 3 1-score games in the conference this week?
This is, first of all, this is tremendous. You've done it again, neighbors. Well done, sir. I am going to take, so just so I understand, one score means within 8 points, correct?
Within 8 points. Yep, within 8.
Okay.
Good clarification.
So I am going to take, I'm going to take the Plank, you go.
You're right.
Go, Plank.
Exactly right.
I got to think about it. Okay. I'm just going through them all, and I know this isn't how this exercise is supposed to work. Kent State, OU, no. Alabama, Texas, no. Missouri, Kansas State. Let's chalk that up as yes.
That's probably a 1-score game. Let's be honest.
Houston, Texas. So there, that gives us 2. Iowa State, Iowa. That seems like that game is always a 1-score game. So that's 3. Any of these other ones, 1-score games. Baylor, BYU. I'm going to go with exactly 3.
I was going to too.
And what do I get? Plus,
it's plus
what are my
300
odds?
if you nail exactly. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
value there.
I love it. Love it. Robbie, we're going exactly on the dot with 3.
Give me the over. Here are the games I think that will be very close. Also, can we just give credit to the Big 12? This is an unbelievable slate of games. Like if you
Great
look at
job,
the rest
Big
of
12.
the country, the Big 12 did an amazing job. Next week, not great. This week, awesome. BYU, Baylor, that's going to be close. You have Kansas, West Virginia. I think that is going to be a close game. Do not count out the Jayhawks in this one. I know West Virginia is a little fired up right now after that last game. Not counting that out. Iowa State, Iowa, Houston, Texas Tech, Missouri, Kansas State. I count 5 games that could be 1-score games. So I'm going the over there.
Which way you going, Josh?
I'm going to go exactly 3 too. I think I was like, you know what? I like the odds I set. I like the value.
The
of the
book
odds
is
I set.
rigged. This book
Yeah, I
is
kind of
rigged.
rigged. I rigged is the book a little rigged this one? Yeah, it is. It is, which is fine for us. Okay, so we had a fun tennis one last week. We're going back to the well because we've loved the Francis Tiafoe story so much. So the number of points, the highest number of points scored by a Big 12 team this week, or the score that is made by Francis Tiafoe's score in the first 2 sets of his match tonight against Alcaraz, the very talented Spaniard. So if he scores a 5 and a 4 in the first set, the number is 54. That's kind of how this thing works.
Okay.
All right, Gabe, I will go to you first. Big 12 points or Tiafoe's first 2 sets?
Big 12 points. TCU better score 60 plus against Tarleton. I mean, come on, boys.
You need 66.
I mean, yeah, I guess technically, if there's a tie break, I guess it could be 76 if there's a first set tie break, which would be, that'd be a heartbreaker. But I just think that while we've expressed our appreciation for how good this slate is, I could see TCU. They're gonna score at least 50 something against Tarleton, right? So, I don't love this one. I don't love this one. I loved last week's one with Serena. I love that one. I'm gonna say Tiafoe comes out a little nervous. Bad first set. I'm gonna take TCU to score more points. So I'll take the highest Big 12 score.
Robbie, I'm having to do some Google on this one.
Last week I got burned by Serena. I trusted her. She did not deliver. So Serena, how could you do this to me?
Under
So
the
I'm
bus,
going with
Serena
the big
Williams.
I'm going to the Big 12 here. Sorry, Serena. Enjoy retirement,
So,
but you crushed me.
And I'll even help you guys out a little bit here. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this young man, Alcaraz. How you pronounce it?
He
something
looks like
else.
now Tiafoe is quite the athlete himself,
Yes.
but Alcaraz, dude, he moves like he looks like he should have played slot wide receiver for the New England Patriots with the way he moves.
Did
It's
you
like
see the
he
shot?
would just be an option
He had the
route
behind the
guy.
back shot the other night. That was, I mean, he moves pretty well. So I'm going to go Plank with the Big 12 score. And also OU might as well do it too against poor Kent State, who had the hardest non-conference schedule
So,
ever.
if I'm, and this is Tiafo, right? That
Yes.
we're banking on. Okay. So if I'm looking at this right, the numbers are 64, 77, 77, 76, and 76 in his last 5 matches.
That was
Am I looking at this right?
correct?
I'm going to take Tiafo.
Oh yeah, Plank. Let's go contrarian.
I'll take the tennis
Wow.
guy. Watch now.
that.
Watch. He'll get smoked like 6-1 tonight. In his
Yeah.
first set.
It's like, hey,
6-2
where's
in the
Plank
first
this
set.
weekend? He's just dialed in on tennis. Like, come
Well,
on.
I
Come on,
wanted to
baby.
look to see what it had been recently, and I'm not going to lie to you. Once Serena lost, I did kind of tap out a little bit, but yeah.
All right.
All right, where are we going next, Josh?
Number 4 here. This is your free bet of the week. Okay. Pick a Big 12 game that is not TCU or Oklahoma, where you believe a defensive or special teams touchdown will occur. I'm giving you plus 300 odds on every game except the Cyhawk game, where I'm giving you plus 200 because it feels like that game is going to, I mean, that's just like bound for a special teams or defensive
Okay.
touchdown. So plus 300 on any non-Cyhawk TCU OU game, plus 200 on the Cyhawk game. You cannot pick OU or TCU's games because they're playing inferior competition.
And what was the bet again? A touchdown?
And either team can score it. A special teams or defensive touchdown to occur.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm jumping in early. I'm
Robbie,
taking
go
Kansas
ahead.
State, Missouri. I'm taking Kansas State, Missouri. I trust their special teams more than anyone in the league. I am taking Kansas State,
For a
Missouri.
touchdown
Yep,
last
I'm
week.
taking them. I love Malik Knowles. Kansas State.
And you can't take OU or TCU. in
No,
this.
you cannot, because I mean, block punts seem to happen in games where the other team's overmatched. We just saw it at Georgia Tech.
True.
I think KU had one last week. Like it just seems
True.
to happen a lot. So,
Rob, Gabe, you still thinking?
I don't know why I'm taking this game. Give me Alabama, Texas.
mm,
And it's
I
either
just-
team.
We've talked a lot about how Texas has to, I mean, they got to win in the margins, right? To keep that one close. Maybe it's a Xavier Worthy return or something like that kind of sparks Texas, or Alabama's got some dudes returning kicks and punts. So why not? Give me Alabama, Texas.
that one feels like a blocked punt after back-to-back sacks of Quinn Ewers, to be honest. That's kind of how that one feels, actually. That I feel like that's the most
Like
likely
a
one
strip
now.
sack. Next thing you
Yes.
know, dude's running it in. I don't know why I'm taking this game. I'll go Kansas, West Virginia.
Ooh, I like that.
I almost took that one too.
That's what I thought you were going to say when you started, because that's where I'd been leaning. But give me KU West V.
Who do you think gets the touchdown there? Added bonus.
I think
And-
it's the West Virginia defense.
No, I thought
It can be anybody in the
Hold on.
game. It can be anybody in the game. So
Right.
yeah.
Wait, did I screw that up? Did I
No,
not
you didn't.
understand it right?
No, you
Okay,
got it right.
okay,
You got it
okay,
right.
good. Yeah. Do I need to go to specific player?
No, you don't.
Okay.
I was just
Uh,
intrigued which one you thought was going to do it.
I'm going to go with Bama, Texas too, alongside with Gabe. So I just think
Nice.
that one's ripe for it's probably going to be Alabama doing it. All right, last one. Here's a fun one for you guys. Going back to the fantasy corner. Okay.
I love this.
All right. So
Robbie
the way
won
this
this
works
last
is we're all putting one unit into this, and whoever wins this
Whoa.
gets all 4 units. It's kind of, it's almost like
Ooh.
a pot here, poker style, black, whatever you want to call it.
I
Black
love
and
it.
white.
okay.
All right. So you get an NFL quarterback and a Big 12 skill position player for fantasy points this week combined.
Can I
An
take
NFL
Josh
qu-
Allen?
New-
Dang it.
off the board. You get
Josh
a
Allen's
big,
off the board.
Nice.
you
Got
get
it.
an NFL QB and you get a Big 12 skill position player. Robbie, you won last week in the fantasy category. So that means you get to go first in the fantasy category again.
Okay. This is on the spot here. All right. So I am going to go with Joe Burrow. I know they're playing the Steelers, but I love their offense very much. I'm going with Joe Burrow as my NFL QB. And my skill player that I think will score the most points will be, and I can't do OU. Can
No,
I
you
do OU?
can.
All right, give me
Yeah,
give me
you
Marvin
can.
Mims. Give me Marvin
All
Mims.
right.
Taking Marvin Mims.
All
Hmm.
right. Gabe, do you have your players selected?
Yeah, I'm going to take a man that just announced he's betting on himself and wants to prove a point. I'm going to take Lamar Jackson as my NFL QB. They play the Jets. And then my Big 12 skill player is going to be, I'm going to take Max Duggan from TCU.
Oh, I love it. That's where I was going to go. Oh, God, that's where I was going to go. Okay. All right. Son of
Well,
a
I mean,
bitch.
they're playing Tarleton, guys.
Wait, hold on.
Right.
I meant like a wide receiver running back. I know,
Oh,
I know
okay,
quarterback
okay.
falls.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
thank you.
okay.
Because I was going to be very upset there.
Robbie
Yeah, I
was
got
gonna be
things.
so.
I was just laughing because of how
What?
how smart that was. The Gabe gamed the system there.
Yeah.
But I meant like
G-
non-quarterback skill position player.
Okay, I'm glad you
Non-
clarified that now.
That's on me. I didn't say it before. It's my fault.
Until the group text later when it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to take, and I took this guy last week, and they barely missed on some big plays. I'm going to take Brendan Presley again
Mm-hmm.
for Oklahoma
Okay.
State. I think
All right.
he's going to have some big ones in that game against Arizona State.
All right. I'm going to take Derek Carr as my NFL quarterback as he
shocking.
carves up the Chargers this
Absolutely
weekend.
shocking.
And I'm going to take from the Big 12, based on the way that Josh and Chris Budden talked about Missouri's defense this week. I'm going to go with Deuce Vaughn.
Damn it.
So did you take Deuce Vaughn?
No, I was
no.
I was regretting me.
I
not taking
almost
that.
took Deuce Vaughn. He's just like,
So
He's
consistent.
he's just so good.
He's
so damn
laying
good.
I
it.
love
Yeah.
this. This is so fun. Which way are you going, Robbie? Or Josh, I'm
Robbie,
sorry.
yeah, all right.
looking
So
right at
I'm
Josh
going to
myself.
go, and I'm very glad I got this. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes against the Cardinals defense.
That's
I
fair.
just like
On the
that.
road, though. On the
I
road.
almost
Yeah,
took that
I'm not
too.
worried
yeah,
about
but I'm a
the what do they
homer.
call it there? I'm not sure. It's like the A zone, whatever it is. I will go with Patrick Mahomes, and then I'm gonna go with Quentin Johnston. Like, didn't really get a whole lot of love last week, and I think it's important they get him going just at some point. So, and also Max Duggan, like, can't really pass a whole lot between 10 and 15 yards, but if it's 20 plus, you know where it's going, and it's usually going to Quentin Johnston. So I'm gonna go with Quentin Johnston at wide receiver as my skill position player. There you go, guys.
Dude, I love that. I love that. Oh, that's my kind of, I say gambling. We're not like gambling on it, but these are the kind of props I like to look forward to.